everyone, Nicole, and today I'm here to tell you about my most anticipated reads of 2019. A lot of really cool books are coming out this year, and I know that I won't be able to read all of them because I have a limited amount of time. So I decided to make this list as short as possible and only mention the books that I'm planning to read this year and that I'm going to put effort into reading. I'm very happy to tell you that queer books and books with characters of color seem to be very prominent in all the publishing lists this year, which honestly makes me so excited for the future of publishing. Many people separate their anticipated reads by genre or age range or even the date when it comes out, which is very logical, but on this channel we are not going the same route. I only separated them in two piles. The first pile is books that are sequels to series that I've already read and loved, and the second pile is standalones and first books in series. I'm still going to include the publication date on the screen. I was just too lazy to do it when I researched for this video. Please don't thumb down. Please don't. We're going to start with sequels because I only have 4 on my list. The first book is The Wayward Son by Rowell, which is a sequel to Carry On that I really loved. I love a fantasy standalone. Now it's going to be a series, but I'm ready for more Simon Snow and more diverse magical worlds. Carry On was a very cute book and I really enjoyed it, especially because of my past involvement into the Harry Potter fandom. I even have the first book, Carry On, here on my first shelf. Here it is. The next sequel is the 4th book in the Wayward children's series. It's called In an Absent Dream and it is written by McGuire. I'm reading it in January with my patrons and I'm going to do a video where we all can discuss it. So expect that on my channel. This book is going to follow a character of Lundy which we met in the first book, and it's going to be about the Goblin Market. The next book is Her Royal Highness by Hawkins, and it's one of the queer royal romances that are coming out in 2019. Honestly, I'm so pumped for royal romances because I love The Princess Diaries and I think it's one of the best royal romances that exist. This one is going to be so awesome. I've seen the cover and I think it's so pretty, and also I've read Hawkins before. She has a very engaging writing style. She's not overly flowery and I think it's perfect for romance and contemporary fiction, so can't wait for that. It's actually the second book in the series that I'm not planning to read because I'm only here for queer stuff and we all know it. It's also set in a boarding school in Scotland and 2 love interests are living in the same dorm, and I'm so here for that. You don't even know it. The 4th book that I can't get my hands on in this list is The True Queen by Zen Cho. Zen Cho wrote Sorcerer to the Crown, which was amazing. It's a very diverse fantasy novel set in UK. I really loved it. I thought the characters were fantastic and it's so underappreciated here on BookTube. It seems like no one read it, and it was so good. It's not a linear sequel, it's just set in the same world as Sorcerer of the Crown, and it's going to follow different characters. I honestly don't even want to know what it is about because I really enjoyed the first book and I enjoyed Zen Cho's writing and I know that it's going to be good. The other thing is I've been told that it has an FF romance and I'm, as always, here for it. Moving on to standalones and new series. The first book on this list is The Gilded by Roshani Chokshi. I have not read any of her other books because I wasn't interested in them. The books that she wrote previously were all dessert fantasies, and I'm really not into dessert fantasies. This one is set in France in the 19th century, and it's going to follow a group of art thieves. A lot of people read it already. It came out, and I can't wait to do it too. The next book is the one that I don't see a lot in the anticipated reads videos on BookTube, and I wonder why, because it's from Leigh Bardugo and supposedly a lot of people should be hyped for it because Leigh Bardugo is awesome. It's The Ninth House and it's a contemporary with a mystical slash fantasy element, so an urban fantasy possibly. This book sounds like The Secret History with some fantasy elements, and I am here for it. It's a story about a guy who, despite his criminal past, gets into Yale University, and along the way of his education, some weird things start happening. It's supposed to be about secret societies and occult things, and I love a contemporary with a fantasy twist or a mystery twist. The next one is a book that is compared to Game of Thrones a lot, and I don't get why, because by the summary it sounds more like a general urban fantasy series, which is a genre that I enjoy very much. The title is Black Leopard, Red Wolf. It's written by Marlon James. I wasn't interested in his past books, but this one is really something else. It's about a mercenary named a trucker who is hired to find a young boy. He usually prefers to work alone, but this time he links up with a band of people, and one of them is a shape-shifting man named Leopard. What I've got from this synopsis is that it's going to be a lot of fun, there's going to be a lot of African mythology, and that it's going to be sort of a mystery, and I'm really excited about it. Another queer royal romance, Red, White and Royal Blue by Casey and McQuiston. This one is about two guys. One of them, I believe, is the son of an American president, and the second one, I believe, is a British prince. I really don't want to know more, just sign me up. The Devouring by Kristen and Lynn Herman is a start of an urban fantasy series, which reminds me a lot of The Raven Cycle, because it is about a small town with a creepy forest where dead bodies start to appear, and it follows a bunch of different characters that I believe are going to be friends. I'm really excited about it. I follow the author on Twitter. She seems really nice, and I really enjoy the tidbits that she's putting out there about her book, so I feel like it's going to be a favorite. The next one is the witchy sapphic book of my dreams. It's These Witches Don't Burn by Isabel Sterling. It follows a girl that lives in Salem. She's an elemental witch and she's hiding her powers from the mortal world. She's dealing with a breakup with her ex-girlfriend and the supernatural crisis that occurs in their town. I love witchy media. Give me more witches because I really love them, and I think they are not overused yet. The next one is a fantasy about female knights, which is one of my favorite topics. Not a lot of people write about that. It's called The Afterward and it's written by E.K. Johnston. I don't know much about it. I've seen the cover, it seems so fun, and I also know that there's going to be a queer romance in it, and I'm really excited. The Love and Lies of Rukhsana Ali, written by Sabina. It's about a young Muslim lesbian girl who gets caught kissing another girl by her parents, and as a punishment gets sent to Bangladesh to her relatives in the world of arranged marriages and traditions. I expect that this book is going to be deep and heartfelt, and I can wait to read it. The next book is from Malinda, who's my auto-buy author since I've read her book Ash. She is coming out with Last Night at the Telegraph Club book in 2019, and it's a young adult historical novel that is set in 1950s in San Francisco, and it's supposed to be about the tension between Asian American community and LGBTQ plus community. The next book is On Everyone's Lips. It's Tell Me How I Really Feel by Aminah Safi. It's a hate to love FF romance. It is about a girl named Rachel who wants to make a movie for her school project and who thinks she found the perfect lead. Her name is Sana, she's a cheerleader and she's very popular in school, but they have some bad blood in the past because one of them asked the other out and was rejected. This sounds perfect. I've seen the arc of this book floating around. It has one of the most beautiful covers up to 019 and I'm so ready. So ready. The last book in this video is going to be Wilder Girls by Rory Power. I've started hearing about this not so long ago. It's not very hyped, I believe, and it is supposed to be about a bunch of girls that are put in quarantine on an island for some kind of an unknown disease. It's sort of a survival / horror novel. I'm usually not into that, but the premise sounds very good and it's also queer, so I can't pass it up. A lot of other books are coming into 019 and I'm also interested in them, but not as much as in this books. In the comments down below, tell me if I mentioned a book that you're anticipating, or maybe I didn't, and you can tell me about the books that you want to read this year. Thank you for watching this video. I hope to see you soon in my next one. Bye!